Welcome back. This is MDog with a little Lotro video. Because I'm where I am on my champion here, right at level 45, able to do the level 50 class quest, I thought I would do a video about how to do these class quests. Now, this is specifically going to be for champion, but the general rules of how this works would be the same. You can generalize across all the classes. However, the locations of the things that you will need to farm will be different. So you may have to look up what you're going for in the first set of these level 50 class quests based on what class you are. As I play other classes, possibly I'll try to remember to update with different ones. But it's really not difficult once you understand kind of how this works, and also some good strategies of ways to cut down on the amount of time it takes to do it. Is that what we're looking for? Nope, he has wandered off. Hopefully we can still find him. I've been sitting here for so long, the worm that we're looking for is now gone. But let me first just tell you, the name of this quest first is called The Boldest Road is Discipline, right? And when you get that quest, you are instructed to go to the North Downs down here and speak with the champion trainer down here in the Melunian, at least that's the name of the stable master, area of North Downs. Oh, that's the name of the area as well, Melunian. And so when you talk to him, he's actually going to give you two other quests called Articles of Valor and Implements of Daring. Now, here's where it gets interesting. These are actually the first in 3 sets of level 50 class quests. But there's a big difference in the first set versus the next 2 sets. And the big difference is the first set, you are required to farm the items. They bind to your character. They don't even go into your inventory. It's a quest item. It goes straight to the fulfillments, the requirements for that specific quest. For example, the last one we need to do is to get Raylug's Frozen Hide, which is part of Articles of Valor. So it's the one of the things you need from Articles of Valor. And you see on the map, it shows you exactly. Let me go ahead and turn the camera off in case I forget and I'm looking at something that is important for you to be able to see. So as you can see, if I hover over Articles of Valor here, I see exactly where this is supposed to be. I know exactly where to farm it. Now, just so you know, that is only one of the requirements of Articles of Valor. The other requirements for the first one was to collect 10 brimstone tinged Tarkrip boots. Now, I have already done that part, but where you need to do that is here in Angmar. In fact, the other quest, so we have Articles of Valor and Implements of Daring. Implements of Daring has you getting 5 notched Angur's swords and 1 Tromag's hand axe. And you're going to be getting that from orcs in Angmar. And the first thing I mentioned for the Valor quest, the Brimstone Tinged Tarkut boots, you're going to be getting from goblins in Angmar. So the notched Angbur's swords and Tromag's hand axe, you can get. It'll show you. If you hover over it, it'll show you exactly where to get it on the map. I got mine down in the Malinhad area here because that's actually where you can find Tromag, the orc that drops Tromag's hand axe. So you kill him, he gives you not only that, but he also gives you one of the notched swords, if I remember correctly. Is that right, or is Tromag a goblin? Maybe you also get the goblin items. Anyway, you're going to get 10, several of the items here, as well as the one item from Tromag, and then the other items drop from up in this part of the map, and so you get the rest of them there. The only outlier is the one that I'm on now, which has you coming to the Misty Mountains area, just sort of straight north from where we start in Misty Mountains, Rivendell just below us right now. And you come up here and you find, hopefully we can find him. It's a lizard that runs around. You can kind of see the path he can run around in. I was literally on him earlier, so let's just see if he's out of range. Yeah, he's up here on the side of the mountain now. Raylug, a level 45 lizard. So notice that I need Raylug's frozen hide. And so when we win this battle here, which I hope and assume that we will. Yeah, he is not going to be a problem for our champion ways. And immediately we get frozen hide. 100% drop rate. We'll cheer for that one. 100% drop rate. Now, I will say that's the way it goes. The one where you have to kill a named, lizard, or in the other case, a named, I believe it's goblin in Angmar, that's going to drop it every time. But when you need to get the 5-notched swords from orcs in Angmar, in my experience, that was about a 75% drop rate. So it's still really high. It doesn't take long to get them. Same with the 10 brimstone-tinged Tarkut boots from the goblins in Angmar. You need 10 of those, probably about an 80% drop rate. Not every one you kill is going to give it to you, but almost every one. Okay, so not hard at all to do this first set of quests, Articles of Valor or Implements of Daring. You don't even need help. I mean, it shows you right on the map where to go. It shows you in the description what map to go to. Is again either Angmar for the other 3 or Misty Mountains for this one. The part that gets interesting is that when we turn these quests in, there's going to be 2 more levels of level 50 class quest, and the 2nd and 3rd level actually allows you to gather them in many different ways or get those items in many different ways. Those items do not bind to your character. So you can purchase them off the auction house, as far as I know. You can trade or get them from other players that maybe have been playing the game for a long time, and so they just have a lot of these items already collected. You can, my favorite way is to play lots of skirmishes, because I enjoy doing that anyway, and you can actually purchase these items with skirmish marks. So let me, I want to keep moving here because all my cooldowns are done for fast travel. So, but we should be able to fast travel to Rivendell, and then fast travel to Estelden, and then we'll have a short route down to where we're going to turn these quests in. So, the most efficient way to do these sets of quests, though, is to already know what you need for the 2nd and 3rd set before you even get those quests, because you don't get those quests till you turn in the 1st set. You get them 1 set at a time. And so we're going to go from here to Estelden in the North Downs, and then again we'll just have a short ride from there and we'll be there. So I know for the Articles of Valor 2nd set, we're going to need modeled spider mandibles and bubbling droplets. Okay, so I purchased those. Actually, let's dismount real quick, because I can actually show you where I got those from. I purchased those from a skirmish vendor. So if you run any skirmishes at all, you're going to have tons of marks, right? Like I still have over 1,000 marks, even at level 45, even after purchasing these things. But if I go to the skirmish vendor and I click on minor class items, remember I needed modeled spider. Let's see if I can find them. Modeled spider mandibles, right? So we need 20 of these for the 2nd set. I can purchase these for 47 a piece, and that'll give me 5. So, 4 sets of 5 there. And then bubbling droplets was the other thing I needed. I think that's up at the top. Yeah, these. All right, so we need 15 of these. You purchase 3 sets of these. For the 2nd set of the Implements of Daring, we needed 20 splintered ward claws, which those are right down here. So you can purchase those here for marks, and barbed Barghest tails. I must have passed them. Here they are. And so you can purchase these here. Which, by the way, you don't have to purchase these with skirmish marks. You can go out into the world. It's not hard to find like where they drop, and you can go get them the same way we did the first set of items. But this is just really efficient way to do it. And if you have a lot of marks from skirmishes anyway, it saves a lot of time to do it this way. And then I know from the 3rd set for Articles of Valor, we go to major class items. We need 1 bloodstained tally stick and 1 insignia of battle. Here's the insignia of battle. Just need 1 for 89. And here's 1 bloodstained tally stick. For the third set of implements of daring, we need flawless scale of Lugrian. And we need a sigil of war, which is up at the top. So you can purchase all of those. So you can find all of those in my inventory over here. I already have them. Theoretically, and I believe this is true, even though I'm only level 45, we should be able to go back, and we'll just ride manually because he's just down here. We should be able to go back and not only turn in the first and second set, we should be able to go and turn in, the first set on both quests. We should be able to turn in the second and third set of these quests. So what are we going to get for all this? Well, at least for the first set, we're going to get actually some really nice gear. So both the weapon very well might be an upgrade. I will probably, just looking at this, go with the single-handed because I am using my AoE spec running in yellow line most of the time, though I switch to red some, and red tends to be really good if you have a two-handed weapon. But I will probably get the single-handed. That looks like an upgrade. And then I think the necklace is a little bit of, it is an upgrade over what I have, but I imagine the bracelet's going to be even more so. Yeah, if you look at the Gisuur's Thanks, this is going to be a huge upgrade over that because of all the might, and Gisuur's Thanks doesn't have any might at all on it, so we will probably go with the bracelet there. But if you're doing this at level 45, which I do recommend, you're going to get a pretty big upgrade to your stats just immediately from turning these in. And we'll see what we get from the second and third level, if it will let us turn these in now. It normally will. I don't know. I don't remember if there's a level requirement. I don't think there is. I think once you're 45, you can do all of these sets of quests because they should all be level 50. All right, Articles of Valor first. Oh, so actually the gear we're going to get is going to be for turning in all 3 sets, it now looks like. Okay? So we already have those in our inventory. All right, so we can already turn in Articles of Valor again. And now we need these 2 items. Already done. So now we can choose the bracelet. Before I forget, let's go ahead and equip the bracelet on the right spot. We're going to replace Gisuur's Thanks, which is this one. Okay, and now we'll go through Implements of Daring. Continue quest. And because I already have it in the inventory, we're just finishing it right now. And we're going to get Blade of Daring on this one. Okay, so now we've done all of the level 50 class quests just right in a row. Let me figure out what I want to do with this. I think we're going to end up putting it instead of the dagger. But I want to put that on my main hand. Oh, that is a nice looking sword, by the way. I like that a lot. Too bad they cross over each other like that. That looks unfortunate. And I guess there's a follow-up. Talk to Gimli in Rivendell. Lesson from Gimli. And I have no remembrance of what this is. Title awarded. Raging Frenzy. So that's from finishing the class quest. We'll go real quick talk to Gimli and see what that's about. But again, you can sort of generalize this to any class. I think the point in terms of efficiency is you're going to have to go collect the first tier of items, but both the second and third tier of items for both quests, you can go ahead and have in your inventory since they do not bind to character. You can have them in advance, because if I did not have them in advance, it would be a lot of traveling back and forth. Even if I was just like traveling up to this skirmish camp to go purchase the items with marks, that'd be a good bit of time going back and forth like that. So, and certainly the only way, you wouldn't be able to do that is if you're planning to go grind, to go farm them yourself, then that's a whole nother level of time commitment, but maybe worth it if that's the way you want to approach it. If you don't do skirmishes, if you're not interested in looking to see if they're on the auction house, or you're not in a kin that has people that has just like tons of those laying around, if you play the game a lot and you're working on deeds and all that, you just sort of happen to end up with a lot of those class items. And if you're like me, I can never sell or get rid of class items, so I end up with my shared inventory, especially like the main server I play on that has a lot of high-level players and everything. I would have, plenty of class items in that shared storage for for any number of classes that might be hitting 50 and going through this, or 45 and going through these level 50 class items. So now what we're going to do, cooldown's still not up on fast travel. We're just going to fast travel to Rivendell and see if Gimli has us do anything past what we've just done. All right, so now we just want to fast travel back to Rivendell and check that out. And I just don't think, I'm pretty sure this is just Gimli putting his seal of approval on these class quests, but like I said, let's just go ahead and make sure. Yeah, I'm hoping Gimli is in his normal place. He is, so we will head there now. And it was a decent amount of XP there, turning those quests in. That got us halfway through level 45. Well, it didn't get us half a level. I already had made some progress, but between killing those mobs we needed for the first set and then turning those quests in, we did get a reasonable amount of XP in a pretty short amount of time doing these. So I definitely think it's worth doing. Plus you get those nice gear upgrades at the end. Alright, so we are here at the guest rooms. And let's see if I'm right. I think Gimli's just gonna... You flatter me, Crusadem. Oh, this gives us the class trait point. Very nice. So if no other reason, that is a reason to get through all these, because those class trait points are awesome. Until we meet again, Gimli says. Alright, so there we have it. Now we have a new point to put into, I guess we'll do finesse for now. I'm not sure about this, about putting, it's a lot of finesse, at least at this level. I feel like that's going to be impactful. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure about that. The percentage, I think as we get higher and higher level, a percentage to damage may end up being, we don't want Horn of Gondor damage, but I could see going into Barbed Wall once I'm a little higher level. I like this build a lot, what I'm kind of putting together here. I've seen different builds online. To me, when it's a set number of finesse we're getting like this is, I just wonder if maybe switching that to percentage of blade wall damage, which we do use a decent amount. It's not a high priority ability, but if we had increased damage on it, it might become one. Anyway, there you have it. I hope this has been helpful. It is, it's a lot of me talking through these 3 levels of quests. If you don't happen to be in the midst of doing this, it's not going to even resonate or be helpful at all. But if you are in the midst of doing this, it may save you some time if you stumble upon this. So anyway, good luck, everyone. Hope it goes well for you. And thanks for watching. See you next time.